Honorable Chief Minister, the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, to all the dignitaries, to all the newly recruited Apple employees, to some of my friends from the media, and to everybody else who's been waiting out there with, I think, a gazillion cameras and lots of cell phones out there. Firstly, Tim, the one question that I've been getting over the last couple of months is, everybody's been asking me, what's cooking? So finally, Mr. Cook himself is here, and we're really delighted, Tim, to have you here. And we know that you really have a tight schedule in India today, and tomorrow that is. And we really appreciate you coming all the way to Hyderabad, because Hyderabad is definitely one of the best cities in India in terms of cost of living, in terms of quality of living, in terms of the infrastructure, in terms of the human resources, in terms of the proactive policies, in terms of doing business, ease of doing business as well. We are a new state. We like to call ourselves a startup state because we've only been around for 2 years, and we operate with the bent of mind of a startup. We actually think like a startup. We are very agile as a government. We are unlike any government in India today. We're unlike any government in the world today, probably, because we think like business, we think like private sector, and we operate like one too. In fact, our Honorable Chief Minister, as I was mentioning to you about 15 odd minutes ago, has traveled the world to study the various policies. He believes in imbibing the best practices from across the world. So when it came to formulating the industrial policy of Telangana, or the IT policy of Telangana, or the innovation policy of the state, he actually took it upon himself. He studied the various policies, the best practices across the world, and we've imbibed it in our policy. Like I was sharing with you, there are 3 things I'd like to highlight for you, Tim. One, as part of our industrial policy, unlike any other state in the country, we actually allow for what is called the self-certification. Any enterprise coming into Telangana doesn't have to seek a clearance from the government, because we know that's a challenge. You don't have to run around offices, you don't have to meet anybody. All you have to do is come, hit the ground running, start your enterprise. As long as you believe that you will comply with the law of the land, you can come in and start your enterprise. And we take about 15 days maximum. And we have to come back with you by statute, like I said, with a yes or a no. And what happens on the 16th day if we don't give you an answer? On the 16th day, it's a deemed approval. That's the policy that we have formulated. This is the first of its kind in our country, probably the best, one of the best in the world as well. Secondly, Tim, I'd also like to add to you, as a government, we believe in accountability and transparency. In terms of accountability, we actually stick our neck out, because a lot of times governments promise things, but what can you do when they don't deliver? Not much. But in Telangana, you can. In fact, in Telangana, if we don't deliver as we promise, we are actually liable for penal action. That's something, again, unique for a government to say and actually put it on a piece of paper and actually pass it as a legislation. The second thing I also wanted to highlight, Tim, for you is, today Hyderabad, in the last 23 months of the new state coming into being, has attracted some of the marquee names in business, especially in the information technology. In fact, today, I would like to share with you, right next to you, right next to where we are, on the one hand, you have a huge campus of Amazon coming up. They're building their own campus, almost 2 million square foot. On the other side, you also have Google coming up. All of your competition is right next door. So welcome to the area. I'd also like to request you and place on record, Tim, our appreciation for you coming all the way. Secondly, we also understand you're looking at a couple other options also. Eventually, we believe with a country like India having more than 1.3 billion population, we believe that the smartphone usage is only going to improve and increase even more in days to come. And we all love Apple. In fact, I think we're one of the fastest growing markets in the world. And in Telangana as well, I think you'll have plenty of Apple users everywhere you go. And we would also like to request you to consider 2 things. 1, setting up your own campus. We know this is a leased space. 2, also, eventually when you decide to set up manufacturing of your mobile devices, we'd also like you to consider us as a partner. In fact, as a state, we would like to also put it on record and request you, look at us and treat us as a partner in your growth story, because we would like to grow with Apple. We'd like to grow together with you. There are a lot of synergies to be explored. There are a lot of possibilities which also can be tapped. T-Hub is one of the things which we are extremely proud of. In fact, it's the country's largest technology incubator. It's hardly a kilometer away from here. And we've created a technology platform which enables Indian youngsters to dabble in innovation, to cherish innovation, and to come out with world-class products which will support giants like Apple and others also. So we believe that the next wave of growth definitely is innovation. And we know your passion for innovation. We know your passion for secrecy as well. But, but we'd like to invite you to T-Hub as well. We'd also like to invite Apple to partner in our growth story, in our innovation effort as well. Once again, welcome Tim to India and welcome Tim to Hyderabad. And congratulations on the new facility. And we hope that you'll come back more and more. Thank you so much.